Hey students, a class today to introduce a lesson which tackles about imaginary future situations that we may encounter in our daily lives. So class, before we start our class, let me ask if my video and audio is clear on your end.
Yes, sir. Your video and audio is clear on our end.
Thank you, Miss Cruz. As we conclude our class, I hope you are okay and functioning well as the recent national election has concluded. With that, let us begin our discussion with our questions that are being flashed on your screen. What are the permissions for? What happened to the kitchen? And where will Steph spend her holiday? So we will get back to the questions later. For the meantime, I will let you read the conversation and tell me what have you noticed. I will give you 3 minutes to analyze the text. Your timer starts now. So, okay, class, I think it's time to give me your analysis conversation of Anna and Steph. Anyone who can answer first. Yes, Mr. Lim.
Sir, I've noticed that there are unfamiliar sentences construction inside the conversation, something relevant in expecting or anticipating the future scenario that may happen to them or to something.
Thank you, Ms. Clarine. It is indeed a very accurate observation. Now that we have a guest of the conversation, may I know what are the sentences? Yes, Ms. Cruz.
Sir, here are the said sentence. Suppose I finish all my tasks, I would spend my holiday on my grandma's house. Suppose you didn't ask for permission, I think your parents would be upset. What if you totally forgot about it? Your house would be set on fire. Oh wait, I'll just get back to the kitchen just in case I didn't close the gas tank.
Precisely, these sentences are indicating a possible future situation that may or may not occur due to some circumstances. But what really does the sentences indicate? It is a bad or a good one. Maybe we'll figure it out as we analyze them one by one. In the first sentence, we have here, suppose I finish all my tasks. I would spend my holiday on my grandma's house. Do you think it is likely or unlikely to happen, and why?
Sir, I think it is inevitable for her to spend her holiday on her grandma's house, considering that she finished all her tasks by the time the holiday comes.
Yes, Miss Green, it is bound to happen because she is one step closer to spending her holiday. How about the second one? Suppose you didn't ask for permission. I think your parents would be upset. Yes, again, Miss Green.
Considering the fact that she will not ask permission to her parents, I think it is unlikely that she will be going with her friend to her grandma's house.
That is also correct. Asking for permission is very important, whether it is a small thing or other. This sentence is less likely or unlikely to happen due to the given situation at hand. So, what about the third sentence? What if you totally forget about it? Your house would be set on fire. What do you think it implies, and what is the possible outcome that may occur considering the situation given? Yes, Miss Cruz.
Sir, I think the situation in the third sentence is about to happen, but for some reason, it didn't because of the actions done by her. To be exact, it is possible to happen in the past but never occurred in the future.
Well said, Miss Cruz. This situation is possible to happen, whether it is a bad or good situation. But then something came up, and then it just didn't happen in the future. How about the last sentence? Oh, wait, I'll just get back to the kitchen just in case I didn't close the gas tank. What do you think it implies? Yes, again, Miss Cruz?
Sir, I think the last sentence is trying to suggest planning, something that you can do in the future so that things may go as planned and to be more careful.
Yes, Miss Cruz. It talks about future planning, steps that you can prevent or avoid to lessen the tension and be prepared to something that is bound to happen. Now, let us try to answer the questions a while ago. What are the permissions for? What happened to the kitchen? Where will Steph spend her holiday? Yes, Miss Clarine for the first one.
The permissions are for Anna's parents in order for her to go with Step on holiday.
Miss Cruz for the second one.
The kitchen almost burnt out because Steph forgot to close the stove.
And for the last one, Miss Clarine.
Step will spend her holiday in her grandma's house.
See, class, context is a very important tool to understand things that we encountered every day. Context help us to understand things that is too vague to respond. With context, we can carefully analyze a text or a situation and then make a respond if necessary. Now for the conversation we just analyzed. It tackles the world of future possibilities. So future possibilities creates the idea of thinking about the future situations, whether it is likely or unlikely to happen. It is also includes things that could have happened and planning for a future possible future situation. With the help of future possibilities, we can further distinguish or know every possible outcome that may occur, just like what we have discussed a while ago. Now, for your activity um, that will be submitted on our next meeting, each student will create their own short conversations that's containing the four different types of future possibilities. That likely, the unlikely, the things that could have happened, and in case or just in case. So I hope, class, that everything that we have discussed today will help you in learning grammar. That is all for today. Goodbye, class. Goodbye, and thank you, and may God bless.
Thank you, sir.